All right, geez, let's go. Let's get it rolling. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about, and it's a very, very interesting question that I got. I got this from my Instagram. Person on my Instagram asked me, and by the way, guys, like I said, my DMs are open. I do want to ask you questions. Like I literally go through and answer all the questions that are useful, that I think are useful to you guys. And that because I want to interact with you guys. I make these videos for you guys. Right? I don't need to make the videos. I don't make any money making these videos. Bro, I make so much fucking cash. I'm hitting six figures. Like I don't have to make these videos. I really do make them because I want to help someone out there. But someone asked me, Prince, why the hell did you go to college? Because literally every like guru, every entrepreneur, basically every success coach, it feels like, tells you do not go to college if you want to make money, if you want to be rich. They tell you it's a scam. They say it's a fucking scam. Now, I do agree actually, but I'm gonna tell you why Prince went to college. All right, so essentially, college is a scam, guys, because what happens is that you go to university, they sell you this dream. Basically, the dream is, go to uni, go to college, study some whatever. We're gonna talk about this in a second about what study. Study this whatever subject. Get a job. That's one thing I would never do, to get a job. I mean, except if it's part of your plan. They tell you to get a job, get a 9 to 5, then you marry some, unattractive chick. And then you have like the dog, the house. Probably not even the house. Look, guys, let's just fucking kid ourselves. With college, you can't afford shit anymore. Okay? Like, you won't even fucking get the house. But that's a dream to sell you. Like, and at the end of the day, you're in debt. You're all that. So, number one reason why I went to college is because I actually studied something useful. So, when I first started off, I actually started off with studying business. Now, I was thinking, look, I want to make money, so what's the best thing that could learn me how to make money with business, right? I studied business, I know how to do business, and then I do business. Now, I was exactly maybe a month in uni for business. Because I was there and I listened to the teacher, some fat old guy, didn't have his own business, didn't have anything. And at the time, I really have to say, I thought it was going to be useful. Like, I literally thought it was going to be useful, guys. So I'm sitting there, and this guy is talking about cash flow, this and that, how to calculate, but he's talking about like some weird metrics that you only have like in corporate business or whatever, like what an accountant would do. And then even then I was like, bro, if I want to know cash flow, I just fucking take what do I earn minus what did I pay, boom, asset minus liability. This is my cash. Like, I mean, I have a math degree now. Like, it doesn't sound that hard. Why am I spending fucking hours in class learning that? And then I have to fucking do tests about it. And there's all these terms of shit. So then, I'm talking to my dad, and my dad tells me, like, why the fuck are you even studying business? Like, he literally told me, do not study business. It's bullshit. And then he tells me, son, go study mathematics and information systems. So I'm like, He's like, yeah, those are degrees actually that are useful. Those are the degrees that can get you jobs if you want them, and it can get you high earning jobs. Now, this is a key reason. When I went to college, I actually studied something useful. I studied something where when I'm done, I graduated way faster than usual. Instead of 5 years, I did it in 3 years because it was 2, mathematics and information systems. If it's only math, of course, usually takes 4 years, but I was doing 2 at the same time. I did it with honors, so basically I only got A's. I had one of the highest GPAs, so I graduated with magna cum laude, they call it, which is just one step shy of basically like having the perfect grades. And I did it all. I did all that while building $1 million company. So I did all that, and knowing that even if I never get rich, like even if I never find what I found now, if I never ever, you know, create the lifestyle that I want to, I can still get a job, work at some engineering company, start off at 80K. I mean, I have the qualifications for it. I speak 4 languages. I'm an international person. I studied at a good school, right? And I have a STEM degree. So those jobs pay way, way higher. Start off with like 80K a year, and then I built myself up to management position, and then I'm earning my 300K a year. Done. But a lot of guys, and I hope not you, if you think about going to college, listen to this very, very carefully. A lot of guys, they literally go to college for psychology, communications. Bro, that's like one of the dumbest things you can do. Going to university for communications. Like, bro, I could literally just give you a book right now, and it would teach you everything you need about communications. Okay. By the way, I recommend the book. I forgot the name. I think it's called Charisma Myth. It's called Charisma Myth. Check it out. One of my favorite books on building charisma. And then you just go out there and you just practice that, and that's how you learn communications. Like communicate, like in communication, you learn some bullshit classes with like how to do a PowerPoint presentation, how to communicate using presentations. You don't need all that. And don't even get me started on the other stuff that you have in uni. Fucking psychology. Like, why would you go study psychology? Business. Bro, none of your professors, I out-earn every single professor at your school. I out-earn every single business or any professor ever in your school. No one in their right mind would make the cash that I make. And they could be in Dubai, they could be in the Maldives, they could be in South America, they could be in Miami, but they choose to fucking just be at a random uni teaching a job they probably hate. Now, mind you, actually, I have met professors who really love their job because they love helping people. So there's no front against college professors. If you love your job, you love your job. But even those guys, like I literally think if they had the ability to fucking just go whatever they want, I didn't even know if they would be there. Like I literally do not know. Like even the high level professors that get paid like good money, if you fucking raise a salary by like fucking 5x, I don't know if they would still be there. Like I'm just being honest with you. So that's this part. I actually studied something useful. Now that's why, before you go to college, sit down and make a plan, like I always preached on my YouTube channel. Make a plan as to why are you studying that? What is it gonna bring you? In which positions can this put you? And will you easily find a job afterwards? At the end of the day, there's actually nothing wrong with having a job. Even though I'm just not a person who would want a job because I want to have freedom, right? I want to be able to go wherever I want. But I know people who have jobs and their job is like insane. Like it's great. It's literally great. They're earning high 6 figures. They have a bunch of benefits. They can never be fired from the job. Those sort of things. But at the end of the day, it always requires to have a unique skill that other people don't have. And usually this means that you're going to do it on yourself, on your own. So my recommendation is go to college if you have a solid degree, which is not psychology or communications or whatever. If it's a STEM field, yeah, go to college. If it's doctors, look, I don't even like the doctors because essentially I've seen, like my dad has a lot of doctor friends and they give up the entire life for a job that caused them so much fucking stress. They will never earn the cash that I make. And at the end of the day, they burn out. That's just been my experience, what I've seen with doctors. It's an honorable field. Even my mom wanted me to become a doctor. I was like, Mom, look, sorry, no. But being a doctor is great and all, gives you honors, but I personally would have never done it. But it would be something you would require to go to school for if you wanted to become a doctor. You can't just become like a fake doctor, whatever. Or if it's, for example, a lawyer. For example, just as I said, I've met lawyers that love their careers. They're making great money. They have their own shit going on. It's fantastic. They have assistants. They have this hot chick who's an assistant. It's good for them. You know, I've asked these guys, like, why don't you quit your job, just do something else, right? Like, bro, I'm not gonna quit my job. I love my job. Bro, I fucking take on clients and fucking defeat other people. Like, I fucking argue and it's fun. I'm like, bro, it's good. That's fucking fantastic. So that's my first reason why I went to college. I studied something that is extremely useful. Having a mathematics and information systems degree is one of the best jobs ever on this planet. One of the best degrees on this planet, which can get you the best jobs on this planet. So, second reason why Prince went to college, even though I do all the things and I have all the things that I have right now. It's a contradiction, I know, but I'm explaining to you. Second reason I went to college is I got a free ride. I got a scholarship, essentially, which covered all the costs. Free. Now, who the fuck wouldn't go to school on a free scholarship? Look, let me add this. Not only did I get a free scholarship, essentially, I was in Austria. I'm from Austria. I grew up here. From Austria. I am an athlete. I'm a sprint athlete. I won several championships in Austria in the 60 meters, the 100 meters, and the 200 meters. I won them a lot of times in a row. And I literally was the best athlete in Austria. Like, when I say was, because it wasn't in the age groups. I started when I was young. So that time, I had just literally became triple champion in 60 meters. 100 meters that year. 60 meters, I think I didn't do because of an injury. I'm not even sure that specific year. But I won the 100 meters, I won the 200 meters, and I won the relay that year. And won the relay in the higher age groups. So I was basically like, I became champion in everything you could become champion in anything regarding sprint. And I got offered these huge scholarships by different types of school from America. Literally, they reached out from America to Austria because my performance was so outstanding. I was so much better than the rest. If I can, I'll blend in that video, that specific year, that championship. And I was offered free education abroad in a new country, which sounded exciting to me, based on my athletic ability, and I was able to not only study, but do my athletics still at a high level, because in Austria, you don't really have that. You can't really do uni. It's like different in America. You can't really do uni and athletics at the same time at a high level. It's not possible. So who in their right mind wouldn't take that? It's free. Not only is it free, actually, it's better than free, because I'm being paid for my skill. I'm being paid my education. So that's the thing. A lot of guys, and probably you guys, who knows? Probably a lot of college kids watching this. You guys take on such fucking tremendous debts to get an education. If I would have, guys, look, I had universities, literally. So the way I was picking was like this. I would pick after quality and the amount of scholarship that they gave me. There was a lot of free scholarships. There was also some scholarships where they were like, yo, Prince, you still need to pay like whatever, like high 5 figures. I'm like, I'm not paying five figures. Who do you think I am? And that time I wasn't making that much money. My parents wouldn't have been able to cover that either. I didn't come from a background like that, or my dad is just like, yo, let's just drop high 5 figures. And funny enough, I didn't even qualify because I'm a foreigner from America. I didn't qualify for any Pell Grants, whatever you call that, I didn't even qualify for student loans. I can't even do that. So just paying out of pocket high 5 figures would have been impossible for me. So I would have never even done that. I don't understand how kids go to college and they're literally doing a degree that is not useful. And at the end of the day, you're owing literally $100,000 to the government for an education that's shit. While there's people like me flying around the entire globe doing whatever the fuck they want to do. So that was another reason, basically. I went to college because I was offered a free scholarship to a foreign school which was very, very good. I was able to do my athletics at a high level, and I was basically being paid my education. They essentially paid me to come there. So if you're in a situation where you're having to pay a lot of money for your education, please, guys, be aware of how you're gonna cover the cost later. Don't just jump in and just do your education and think, oh yeah, my student loans is fine, they're gonna cover it. And then basically, after you're done, you're now required to pay significant amounts of money. That is not funny. Look, I'm a business guy, and I use that, credit cards, etc. here, there, and that is not fun. Like, I mean, obviously, my credit score is very, very perfect, but if you have, even in my business, if I had a lot of credit card debt, and then my business just fucking crashed to the ground. I mean, like I said, I have savings and everything. I'm good. But let's say my business crashed to the ground. I didn't have savings. Now I have credit card debt. That would feel like shit. So how does the average guy feel who has 100 grand in debt, and at the end of the day, his education shit, so he can't even pay it off? You can't even write off credit. You can't write off educational debt, student loan debt. You can't write that off. It's impossible. So, guys, I wouldn't do it. But in my case, it was paid for free. Now, the third reason why I chose to go to college is because, guys, I actually enjoy doing hard stuff. Me going to college was a life challenge. What do I mean by life challenge? Look, I'm a very smart guy. Like, I'm not going to lie or something. I'm not going to say college was hard for me. The reason why I have such good grades wasn't because I cared too much. I would just, the day before a math test, just look at the stuff, whatever, memorize some formulas, and then just go to the test and just get the highest grades. Like, literally. Like, I would just go to the test and I would get the highest grades out of everyone, even though I didn't really study that much. So I'm obviously intelligent. Like, it is what it is. I have a gift from God, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I have a talent for math. However, like I said, I like to do hard shit. Because not only was I doing mathematics, my dad told me to do information systems as well. So I was doing two things at the same time. I was doing it in a record time. So instead of taking the hours that I had, essentially, I tried to do them in the fastest time possible. Literally, before I went to college, I was like, look, I want to do everything as fast as possible. I don't want to be here for 5 years. Bro, I would literally still be in college. I could have, if I didn't have this plan, if I would have done it this way, I would literally just be in college right now. Like, bro, I wouldn't even be traveling. But so I told him I want to do it as fast as possible. So I would take summer classes, I would take winter classes, and then even at the very end, I took a class in a different school just so I could fast track it even more, because one more class would have basically been left over, and I would have still have to go another semester just to cover one class. And in order to do sports, I would have had to add like more hours, so it's like 12 hours in total. Would have been some bullshit I didn't like. So it's like, I'm just gonna do it in another school, and then add it on to my transcript. And this way, I was able to graduate way, way faster, which was obviously hard. And I literally did that last course online while I was traveling, and it was hard. That course was hard. If you're doing differential mathematics, you'll understand what I mean. And at the same time, I was building $1 million company, right? I was increasing my cash flow by fucking, bro, if you go from like 5 figures to, if you go from 4 to 5 to 6 figures, that's insane. That's fucking insane. And while doing all my things that I'm doing, while meeting all the people, while networking, that shit was hard, man. While doing athletics, last year I won the Austrian Championship again. And I just like to do hard shit. Like the amount of respect I got for that. I would even say I probably got more respect for finishing my degree than I got for the cash I earned. Like, the cash I earned is nice, it's fun, but to be quite honest with you guys, money is not like a linear thing for happiness. So of course, I am much more fulfilled and much more, not happy, but I'm much more content with my life when I went from 0 to 5 figures, obviously. But for example, going from 20,000 to 100K a month, you don't really feel it. You really don't. Like, I've had months where I'll make 80K and the next month I'll make 50K. It literally did not make any difference whatsoever in what I wanted to do. Like, if I want to book a plane to Canada right now, I'll just drop the $2,000. Like, who cares if it's 50 or 100 that I have? Like, no one cares. Even with a Rollie. Let's say I have 50K, right? And I want to buy a new beautiful Rollie. You know, I'll spend 20 grand. I still have 20 left. Just go to sleep, just train, wait for another month. Or I have 100 grand. Still buy a Rollie. Okay, I have 80 grand left. Like, who cares? No, of course, there's levels to the shit. There's always levels to shit. Being a billionaire is different than making 6 figures. At some point, with low 5 figures, for example, you can't buy supercars. You can't buy a whole bunch of supercars, which is going to be the next step. So, if you're making millions of dollars, now you can just drop supercars here, there, da. So, at the end of the day, I really got a lot of recognition for completing my college course. And, completing my college degree. And that shit felt really, really good. I really felt like I did a life achievement. I did something that 99.9% of people cannot do. Because even when I was on that stage, when the headmaster handed me my degree in my hands, shook my hands, and said, "Congratulations, Prince Fortunatus, for completing your degree with honors, magna cum laude, faster than anyone else." Even though this was my circumstance, I did this while building what I built. I did this while completing it as fast as possible. I did it while still getting the hot chicks, right? I wasn't like all these dorks on the stage. All these guys on stage, they basically gave their entire life for college. I didn't do that because, I'm very smart. And I was able to do it in a way where I could still do so much stuff with my life. And I got a lot of respect for that shit. Not even because of that, but just because I was able to complete a college course in one of the hardest. This next thing. The other guys who were on stage, okay, they got their fucking degree in some bullshit courses. I got my degree, honors, in fucking mathematics information systems. The hardest degrees on this planet. So, what I want to tell you guys, I don't want this to be a whole bragging session. What I want to tell you guys is, you will be more satisfied with yourself if you truly try to achieve and conquer hard things. It really gives you a satisfaction. If you know that you did something that required tremendous amounts of energy, that could have gone wrong in so many ways, because guys, I was very close. I'm going to tell you guys, I was extremely close to dropping out. Because, bro, any one of you guys would have dropped out. If you are me and you have the body, essentially, of a Greek god, and if I say this, guys, don't come at me. Just look at my body and then just type in Greek god body and then just compare. See if there's probably more similarities than dissimilarities. So let's continue. Let's get away with the bragging a little bit. But if you were me and you had the body I have, and the chicks I have, and the money that I have, and the network that you had, and the friends that you had, and the travel opportunities that you had, you would have dropped out of college. I didn't, because I like to do hard things. I like to be there and tell my son, "Yo, I'm top G," as Andrew would like to say. And I did what would have been impossible for other guys. And my sons should look at me as an example of someone who does hard things, even if you could have copped out easily. Because I could have copped out. The reason why I finished my studies is because I didn't want to be a cop-out. And it would have been an embarrassment to my family. If, literally, I wanted to drop out. And then I was like, if I tell my dad, hey, I'm dropping out, like a big part of it wouldn't even be really, he wouldn't be against it because he's thinking, yo, Prince not gonna be able to get a job. He's gonna be embarrassed because he's gonna think, my son is such an intelligent guy. He can do so many things. He's so close. Only one semester. Final push. He could get all this recognition. But he's like, nah, I just want to travel, fuck a bunch of bitches, and enjoy my money. And that's why I'm not gonna do the hard things. Guys, that's how it works. So those are the reasons why I went to college. For me, those are legit reasons. This is why I chose to do it. Like I said, always decide for yourself. If you're doing a bullshit education, like business, philosophy, or like psychology, communications, and you know you're getting in huge debt, you know, and those studies are easy anyway. Like, bro, like those aren't hard. Those aren't STEM degrees. Those aren't engineering degrees. And if you know there's generally something harder and better that you can do with your life, then do that. But in my situation, that was the best choice I made because I am happy with myself and I'm absolutely happy that I did my college degree.